Line up, you fucking nerds. Who wants a shot at the champ?
They bring the heat.
Francis Ngannou is the hardest puncher in the history of fighting.
They bring the knowledge.
If you think this fight is going 5 rounds, you are out of your mind.
They bring you the picks.
The dog is getting it done in this one.
We deliver every single week. We're bringing the heat, ladies and gentlemen.
The money line.
Don't miss it on the MMA Experts channel each week. The Money Line. We are live talking some UFC Seattle. I am AJ, joined as always by my guy Mike Finch. How you doing, my friend?
We're on a streak over here. I got lock of the nights back to back. I got parlay of the weeks back to back. The free channel's been eating over on Telegram, so the bets have been nice. I'm a happy guy. I can't complain.
Let's go, my man. I'm glad, bro. We both been crushing it with the picks
On fire.
over the past couple. Yeah, I'm feeling good, bro.
Man.
For me, last week, I was very excited about a couple of the dogs. We'll get into it as we recap last week's card. I'm excited to witness what goes down this Saturday. Maybe the last hoorah of Henry Cejudo in the main event versus Song Yadong, who somehow is 27, but has been around forever. Hey, the boys are back in town.
Boys are back. The boy. Give AJ his props. What was it? 40,000? What are you at now?
44,000, brother.
44,000 subscribers.
44,000.
I think that's the
Thank
props
you.
we're talking about.
Thank you,
Very
bro.
nice,
Thank you.
bro. Mike D with the first dono. Rochester in the fucking building.
Let's go.
Talking about that fucking parlay and lock train. Let's go, man. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you sharing the love.
Let's go. Shout out Mike D, man. Shout out to the chat. I'm glad to see you, savages. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you were here earlier today, Lunchtime Live was pretty popping, especially for a Monday show with the celebration of 44,000. So, yeah, I'm riding a high today, man. I feel really good. I'm excited to break down this card with you because I want to see where your head is at because there's a lot of interesting matchups with different prospect versus veteran and short notice fights. So there's a lot of in-depth fights to talk about, but we need to recap last week. I want to hear what Finch man has to say, and I'm excited to go back and forth. So let's just talk about the first being the main event of the evening. For last week, we had the ageless wonder himself, Jared Cannonier, finish Gregory Rodriguez in brutal fashion in round number 4. My God, at 41, you'd never think so.
And he was getting his ass beaten those first couple minutes, but he chilled. Actually, I shouldn't even say he chilled. He stayed mobile and he kept the output high, and you could just see RoboCop start to fade. My boy T was texting me. He's like, bro, here it comes. Here it comes. He's about to fade. And T was right. I mean, man, RoboCop, you know, as Randy Couture said many years back, blew his wad. And, you know, he was gassing and he was not going to be making it 5 rounds. And so you saw, you know, the take that RoboCop had not yet been 5 rounds, had not yet had that experience in the cage yet. It really showed. That take paid dividends because Jared Cannonier's been there, done that. So he had gas in the tank. RoboCop didn't, and he put him away.
Shout out Too Lit MMA for the 10. We appreciate you cooking up the dono train, my guy. My guy.
Go.
Thank you.
Too lit. Let's go, Too Lit. Patty the Fatty in the profile pic. Thank you for the 10.
Classic. I think that you're 100% right, though. The patience of Cannonier, I'll call it even, to know that Gregory Rodriguez is a nightmare early, and he had to survive some dangerous moments. But, man, can Cannonier get some credit on a good chin? The guy can eat big shots. He got put down a couple of times, but his recovery was absolutely sensational. I have to tell you, man, when I look at Jared Cannonier beating a Gregory Rodriguez in his 40s, I think he can definitely give a lot of the back end of the top 15 issues still to this day. Ultimately, I think that he'll struggle against the best of the best. We see him with 2 losses in a row prior to this win against 2 top contenders. The fight that I was thinking about, and maybe it's a reach, but I think it's jumping out at the page and like looking me in the eyes. Like, what if we do a Strickland rematch? Is it a horrible idea? Strickland losing to Duplessis twice. He's essentially out of the title picture, unless they want to do, you know, Strickland versus a Caio Borraijo or a Strickland Amavov too. Those are options. But a Cannonier fight is not a crazy matchup to run those 2 back. Another thought I had was, this Cannonier Paulo Costa finally go down? I don't know.
Strickland versus Whitaker.
That's what you want. That's a good one.
Is that not great?
That's a great fight.
Not tremendous.
That's
Strickland
a
versus
great fight.
Whitaker. I feel like now's the time. Sean Strickland versus Rob Whitaker makes a ton of sense. We got 140 ZAR. Is that a cryptocurrency? What the fuck is ZAR? But thank you, Conan.
I think it's about $7 or $8.
ZAR? Do I gotta Google this?
ZAR, yeah, I've seen some ZAR donos before. Shout out Conan. ZAR, yeah. ZAR currency. Let's see.
Yeah, it didn't
South African, the South African Rand. Shout out to the South African
right?
Savage. Yeah.
Okay, so it was 140. 759. Wow, AJ knows exactly how much it is too. AJ's capping like he don't know what the fuck that is. He knows exactly what the fuck that is. All right, cool.
I'm a math whiz, man.
Thank you, Conan. Are you?
I was very good with numbers. I never liked the calculus stuff though. The formulas get boring to me. But I was always good at just, the simple equations.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, my dad used to sell drugs, so he'd be really quick with like quick math.
That's funny.
That's
funny.
His quick
you
math
just outed him. He's getting arrested, bro. He was part of the mob.
He'd be like, yeah, what's 14 times 13? Boom, it's quick. Like he is no time. It's a human calculator. But then he like dropped out of high school and shit, had to go to move to North Carolina because he fucked up 8th grade and had to redo it. So instead he went on to freshman year in North Carolina, some shit like that, just not a good student. But as far as math went, he could sling some coke or whatever the fuck. I don't all allegedly, right? I have no idea.
That's funny.
All
allegedly. That's great, man. Well, my final note for this one is I think Gregory Rodriguez got checked again. Like, we know that the higher level guys that can survive his onslaught, they can give him trouble, man. Like, I think he's definitely top 15, though. And I'm not ready to say Rodriguez gets booted to the unranks. I'd like to see him in another ranked fight. I mean, they gave him the number 7 guy, which was pretty huge jump. But when I think about him in the rankings, I look at some potential matchups on the table for him. Apollo Costa fight is not out of the realm of possibility. And don't tell me that you wouldn't be interested in Rodriguez Costa. Come on. That could be a badass matchup. Like, that would be smart matchmaking. He could end up fighting the loser of Vittori and Delidze. That's not crazy. Or even the loser of Alan Hernandez this coming weekend. A Roman Kopylov fight could be intriguing. So I still think Gregory Rodriguez, even with a loss, still should get another fight against somebody ranked next up because he put together a good early performance. It's just he faltered in the later rounds. I mean, in a 3-round fight, we're talking about a different matchup. On a 3-round fight, maybe he's winning a split decision. Maybe it's a draw. Like in a 5-rounder, his cardio just ain't there.
And now that you said it, Paulo Costa versus RoboCop. I mean, is that not Godzilla versus King Kong? That shit is dope.
That they need to do that. I don't know why. Just make it happen. Like Paulo Costa, though, I am hearing rumors of him fighting in Miami. People are hinting at Bo Nickel, but I don't know.
Yo, the Bo Nickel call out for Petrosky.
That honestly isn't a crazy fight to make either.
Down, dude.
I want to see it.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, especially after Bo Nickel's, unimpressive. Is that too rude? Performance.
Maybe flat performance. You could say
flat performance against the Bear Jew. I feel like him and Petrosky's cool. It's hard to take Petrosky down, obviously. And by the way, on the bets, I went for the over on Petrosky and Petrosky and Vieira turned out perfect.
Let's go, man. Yeah, Petrosky was an underdog call for me last week. I believed in the kickboxing, bro. And his takedown defense was fucking there. When I think about Petrosky and Bo Nickel, can I tell you one thing that may hold the UFC back? Bo Nickel's ranked 15, bro. You saw that he's in the rankings? Did you know that? They have him ranked 15.
No, I didn't.
So they
I don't really give
up.
that much of a fuck about the rankings. Like, they don't mean
traditionally,
that much.
It's the thing is, I feel like matchmaking wise, though, the rankings are used now. Bo Nickel emerging in the top 15. Would they matchmake him in the spot where he's defending the 15th rank against Petrosky, or would they move him forward and try to give him like a Paulo Costa fight? I don't know what the matchmakers are thinking, but when somebody's calling you out to fight, who's on a 3-fight win streak, I think you got to take it seriously, man. The Petrosky fight is not crazy.
That is not crazy. AJ the matchmaker. I'm with it.
Let's go. Let's run down to the co-main event. This fight right here was the battle of aging veteran and former title challenger and somebody in Yusuf Zalal who is absolutely on fire right now. The first 2 rounds, the angles that he was cutting, the lateral movement, the ability to strike from range was sensational. What I didn't love is a coasting 3rd round. He knew he was up 2 rounds to zip. Kattar was chasing him down with everything he had, and Zalal very much so coasted in that 3rd and final round. Do you remember Mikel Falco back in the day versus Gerald Harris? This is crazy, way back. I think Mikel Falco actually died. Rest in peace to him. But Gerald Harris and him fought, and it was a close
crazy
fight.
reach, bro.
Crazy reach. I know, but this is the reason I say is
you're talking to the right guy for a crazy reach too.
I know.
Wow.
Mikel Falco was this prospect. He wins the first 2 rounds. The 3rd round, he ran and he coasted, and they ended up releasing him from the UFC. So, I mean, definitely not going to be in the favor of the UFC after that 3rd round. I really think that, the UFC gets frustrated with those type of things, and fans were definitely not happy. I mean, Zalal was booed after the fight. He came in to his 2nd UFC run looking like a savage, on fire, had so much momentum, and was building some fan lore. But after that 3rd round, I swear, bro, the fans are turning on him quick, man. Ultimately, I'll give him credit where it's due. He beat Calvin Kattar in a majority striking fight. I don't think that's a horrible idea. I'm fucking laughing at this donut that just
I know, bro. I started reading it mid-conversation there. Are we doing this?
I have to bring it up. We have to bring it up, Finch.
All right, there it is.
Want me to read
my
it?
girl keeps fantasizing about you. Any advice? Should I even finish it? Beret hat. That's what he's got on. That's a beret hat. Wearing your beret hat? He had your hat on? This is
not even a beret. This is a flat cap.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And now I have a restraining order. Brother, there's a lot of details you're leaving out here. Girl keeps fantasizing about you. Any advice? I mean, he's a thick boy. You got to hit the weights,
Yeah.
He lives in Florida, but clearly doesn't get that much sunshine. So maybe stay out of the sun a little bit, hit the weights, grow out the curls a little bit, and then wear the Sporta Fitness shirt or whatever
That's
AJ
it.
loves to wear every time.
Red shirt. We'll meet him in the middle.
So those are I don't know. You got something for him?
I think the best way is just, resemble yourself to me, and it'll satisfy her fantasy, my brother. And then you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about nothing. Don't worry. Thank you, DJ Oli Sentiman GA, for the $5 and the very interesting chat message. And Too Lit, thank you for becoming a member, my brother. Welcome to members. Listen, members streams are taking it to a new level. So Thursday, I'm doing the late night live breakdowns. At the end of the breakdown, 3 members will be brought on the stream to drop their favorite predictions on the card, or maybe their lock bets, whatever they want to call it. So if you're lucky enough as a member, you can hop on in. I'll post those links in the members only tab during the late night live towards the end. And then following that, members stream, chatting it up with the people. So Too Lit, thank you for becoming a member, bro. Taking members to the next level, Finch, man.
I like it, man. Provide that experience. Let's go. My bad for not getting the full card picks out last week, guys. I was sick as fuck. I'm good now.
The people were asking me. I said, what the hell? Finch, man, just ghosted
everybody. I'm back, y'all. I was fucked up. But it is what it is. I'm back now, y'all. You'll get the full card. I might even drop it tonight. Nah, I'll keep it on Wednesday. But yeah, I've already got the full card predictions ready to rock, all the notes and everything. I've placed a bunch of bets already. I've just been getting earlier and earlier in the week.
I like that for you.
You know what? Odds, the odds are just generally better earlier in general. Sometimes, fuck, that moved this way. But 3 times out of 4, the odds are better earlier in the week.
Let's go. Real quick. Zalal claims Kattar greasing. Did you see on Ariel Helwani's show? He's accusing them of greasing.
I haven't heard of somebody greasing in a while. I mean, what's the last one? Was it Nicky Rod greasing against Gordon Ryan? Everybody knows the original Grease Gate, right?
With GSP.
Yeah,
and that's what they're saying, because Faraz Sahabi's
versus
GSP BJ Penn.
Versus BJ Penn. And then you can see the old highlights of BJ Penn throwing his legs up and then sliding down the back, So, yeah, man, every advantage.
Explain greasing to us, Finch.
Sure. So, like if you do jujitsu in a gi or jiu-jitsu without a gi, there's a huge difference in friction, right? So if I throw my legs up high and I get my legs over your shoulder, for instance, I'm starting to isolate your arms in like a high guard, I can keep friction really well if there's like a jacket. But if you're all sweaty and shirtless, my legs will slide right off a lot easier. In when you're greasing, when you're putting on some type of Vaseline or something real slick on your body, you're able to, you know, slide out of high guard techniques and get out of different positions that a grappler might try to hold you in. So being slippery like a bar of soap is good for a striker. It'd be good for somebody who's trying to not get submitted. And in the case of George St. Pierre, BJ Penn being this jiu-jitsu prodigy, GSP was probably a little concerned. So I don't think he needed the grease, obviously, but he apparently decided to do it anyway, you know. And by the way,
it's Vaseline.
That's my boy. That's my GSP. I feel best fighter ever. That's the real GOAT to me. But yeah, you know, a little bit of Vaseline for the BJ fight, you know.
All right, there we go. A little Vaseline maybe for Cater too. Same team for us.
By the way, you could do the opposite, right? So Rampage was talking about, you know how like the lifters who do the strongman competitions. By the way, I was in Milwaukee for Summerfest, and I grabbed one of those fucking giant balls they got to put up on the stand, right, for the strongman competition. And I had the sticky shit on my hands and my forearms the rest of the day. I'm like, oh, I was stupid to try to pick this thing up. And Rampage would put it on the bottom of his feet so he wouldn't slip. So Rampage, before he'd go out to fight, would put this sticky shit on the bottom of his feet so he'd grip the fucking mat. You know, they're just trying to craft a little advantage. You know?
Is it cheating or not?
Yeah, it's, you know,
Okay.
If you're not telling your opponent that you're doing it, it's shady.
Is it against the rules?
Apparently, greasing is, and sticky shit on the bottom of your feet is technically not.
Interesting. Very interesting. We do got some donos coming in. Shout out to the first one. We got Mata Shao. Oh, we missed the first one. We bring Mata Shao first.
Disrespect.
Mata Shao, thank you for the 5.
Thank you so much, Mata Shao. What is this? Is that a cat? That's like a Halloween cat.
It's pretty cool.
That is straight out of a horror movie. That is crazy looking. But thank you so much for the $5.
Pop Farm AJ, once in a lifetime opportunity. I'm gonna pay you $9.99 to rip the Benjamin on the low ski. Look away, Finch. All right, Finch. You're gonna have to look away,
Finch.
brother.
What, I can't even see somebody.
They said you're not allowed. This is it. Hey,
fucking...
CBD lion. Wink, wink. CBD.
I've been sober, y'all, since New Year's Day. I've been doing well.
It's clogged.
Just on this water here, folks. All right. I've been doing the right thing. Pot Pharma, you look high as fuck in that picture, son. Okay, you need to smoke. You need to be sober more days than you're high. Okay, if you're high more days than you're sober, your existence is really just kind of, you know, like how about being normal? All right, you guys don't have to get stoned every fucking day. It's nice.
I agree with Finch. I've never done that.
Stop. Life is good, y'all. Life is good.
You don't need to get on the low.
AJ's like, do you smoke before the show? I'm like, no. I think I'm a fucking degenerate. And then he didn't.
I'm
say
sober
shit.
all day. I've never smoked before. What are you talking about?
Cat. Thank you,
Never.
Pot.
Thank you, Pot Farmer. We
Quit
appreciate
smoking
it.
weed, Pot.
Be like the Finch, man, bro. Me and the Finch are sober Sallies now. That's
Come
it.
on, man.
Come on. Be like me and Finch. Miller Depoy, 2024. Thank you for the 2. My gay Jewish cousin wants a munch on. Bro, you guys are killing us with this shit.
Yo, tell your gay Jewish cousin I'm married as fuck. I'm straight as fuck, and then I know martial arts, so don't be running up on me, son. But
oh shit. Oh.
You know what? If he is gay, he's got good taste. So thank you, Miller.
Yeah, shout out to him.
That.
Holy shit,
Miller, is that your gay cousin? That fucking skeleton right next to you? Is that him?
All right, let's keep moving down the damn card. I want to just recap a couple more fights before we get into the picks, man. We're going fucking left field today on the show. All right, real quick. Bonfim Sadikov, brother. Sadikov's a gangster. I locked him. Okay. On Wednesday, I locked Sadikov as a savage dog lock. And I love it, bro. I love the call.
Yeah,
he kicked him in the face hard. Shut his eye.
Yeah. I should have given out Sadikov too. I didn't touch this one. You know, out of the Bonfim brothers, there's just such a gap. You know, there's such a skill gap. And I don't think Bonfim wanted the fight to be stopped, by the way. it looked like he was saying, "Nah, let's fight." And then the doctor stopped it. It was too bad. But I like Sadikov on the mic afterwards. He's like, I want the title. I want to be the best in the world. I mean, he was saying a lot of real shit. You know, you could tell he really wants it. And I thought it was I thought it was interesting. I listened to a Rashad Evans interview recently where he was talking about, you know, like you're there against Anthony Smith or you're there against these guys when you're at the end of your career and these guys are newer in the UFC at this time. And he's like, they just want it more than you. And you look across the cage, like, fuck, this person wants it more than me. And that's a factor, right? You could tell Sadikov wants this. Yeah. And his performance showed it, man. Very, very impressive.
I agree. He's got that dog in him, man. He fought hard, landed a beautiful high kick, ends up getting a nice finish. Now, we don't have to break down the full card or recap everything on it, but I do quickly just want to glance over a couple of the final few. Shabazian turned things up, easily smoked Budka, but was anybody really that surprised with that one?
Shabazz still got no, but yes. Like, I thought Budka could wrestle a little bit, bro.
You didn't pick Budka. You picked Shabazz.
I wanted this thing to go over a round and a half.
Okay.
So Budka not hitting a single takedown was disappointing.
Yeah, smoked. He's not really UFC bad. Level.
He's really bad. Yeah, he's really bad. Turns out he's worse than I thought. You know, because Edmund Shabazian really good at losing fights. So Budka just terrible striking.
There we go. Delgado looked like a savage prospect. Smokes Matthews with ease.
Big performance. Had him in a parlay. And
then fight before. Oh, this is the same one. Vieira Petrosky here. Adolfo Vieira Petrosky back and forth. Petrosky 29-28.
Notice calling out Bo Nickel. Let's run it.
Let's run it. And then Avila and Cavalcanti started the night off. Cavalcanti pulls through with pretty clean win. Did her thing. Struck from the outside. Avila retired after. Not much to say there.
Another parlay piece.
Good shit. Bonfim, Williams, obviously chaos, big power puncher, but I think it's technicality. Dude, it got exposed, the technicality, though. I was saying it, man. He doesn't have technical striking. He's just a bomber. People were shitting on me. Oh, the comparison to him and Wilder. It's like, okay, I'm not saying he's that level, but I was comparing Williams to Wilder in the sense that not a technician, but if he punches you in the face hard, it lands with tremendous ferocity and he can knock you out. But a more technical guy like a Bonfim who mixes it up can stop Williams' chaotic attack. He's not even as good, not to the level of Wilder, but in a very loose comparison to an MMA fighter, I think there's an understanding of what I meant by that point.
Yeah, Bonfim is so much more skilled. How about Chaos's coaches? You're fine in that choke. You're fine. He's literally laying there unconscious. They're like, you're good, bro. You're good. He's literally completely out. They're like,
new gym,
bro. Just shows you the corners can just bullshit you, man. You know, get some people around you who are serious and not just gonna lie to you. Our gay Jew is back. I'm trying to see Dylan Budka versus Julian Marquez high-level MMA. This guy is funny as hell. I think Budka could come back and beat some champion level fighters in the amateurs, dog. What the fuck? Oh, those parries. It's fucking freaking out, man. Just getting slept by Edmund Shabazian. Not a good look, but thank you for the $5 million.
I just want a quick run through this one. This one I got to shout. Hill still got a little thunder left in a close one with Sosa, man. She still got a little thunder.
I was wrong about this one. Man, was that a close fight, though.
It was competitive.
I thought they could have given those last two rounds to Souza. Souza lost the first round, but won the second and third, I thought. So that sucked. But you can't leave it that close. Hill looked all right. I thought Hill clearly lost the second, and then the third was a little closer. Yeah, another damn near even Hill fight. So at 41 years old, she's still all right.
Estevam, I think he got exposed in round 3, though. He's going to get beat by somebody. I don't see him as hyper elite. He's got good grappling in the first 2, but there's no tank. Aguilar was trying his best late, but too little too late, man. He almost got the gilly at round 1. Dude. He's gritty.
Not bad. He was a little guillotine happy.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes like you get good at these gillies and then people just go for them too much. Tatiana Suarez, Jesus Aguilar. And I don't know. He got up so many times, though. Like, how many times did he shake him off the back? You know, for like a 4-1 dog, I thought he fought pretty well.
He gave a dog fight. Man. Hey, my guy. AJ and Finch are untouchables of MMA. Dudes are straight savages. Let's go, Monty, man. We appreciate you, bro. Thank you for 777. My guy. My guy. I quickly want to run through. We want to get into the picks, yo. We just want to run through it. Walker Mays, quick
Walter
sub.
Walker gave this one out right as soon as I saw weigh-ins, bro. As soon as I saw weigh-ins, I'm like, Walker is looking strong, dog. Strong. My man
he's a
looking
good prospect.
strong. And Dontel Mays looking like Dontel Mays. So I ended up slamming that line. I threw him in with, what was it? I threw him in with Yusuf Zalal. So I did a decent sized bet.
Little safety play.
Zalal.
I like it.
And it landed. So shout out to the premium channel who got that one day of bet, and it worked out. Let's go.
And then real quick, Morales, Elijah Smith, badass, back and forth, tooth and nail type of fight. Elijah Smith, he did show he's got the toughness for the UFC. Still young. Don't rush him up the ranks because Morales had him in deep submissions, and the end of the fight finished with like a standing bulldog choke from the side, I'd call it. Good back and forth. Elijah Smith, gritty.
Elijah Smith, I also threw him in a parlay and fucking he had me sweating. He had me sweating being caught in those chokes, but he does it in his debut. Very nice.
Miller Depoy, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Listen, if you just became a member off that gift, I hope you're feeling like a lavish savage because Thursday, you guys are getting some savagery for the members, bro. The members are getting next level. Thursday is members day for sure. So savages in the Thursday lives. Listen, me and Finch got a whole card to break down. We want to get into it. If you guys are enjoying so far, make sure you hit the likes. And if you're new, subscribe. Let's talk about fight number 1 on UFC Seattle. Modestas Bukauskas versus Rafael Cerqueira. I'm picking Modestas Bukauskas. I ultimately think that Cerqueira is a product of very favorable matchmaking, even potentially suspicious matchmaking. We've seen fight records get, finagled with matchups that were complete and utter mismatches. And when you look at a lot of Cerqueira's fight, he's taken on guys that are not in shape, not near his level. I watched a lot of Cerqueira's fights over at Demo Fight. I was like just scrubbing through the full cards and I'd find his matchup. And yeah, he's got nice kicking skills for sure. He's decent on the ground. I just think he's fighting guys that are horrid though. Modestas Bukauskas, say what you want about his talent. His toughness is certainly there. He has good pressure striking. His power in his hands is relatively live. He's gotten better over recent fights. I think his ground game is not too shabby. I'm going with the higher level of experience in this fight for Bukauskas, and I think he can outdog a Cerqueira. I really think that Cerqueira is one of those fighters where if he has a big advantage on you, he can look great. But when you have to dig deep in a dog fight, I think he's getting outdogged. Ultimately, his one UFC fight was 55 seconds. Ibo Aslan absolutely destroyed him. So Cerqueira, we haven't seen much of him at any level worth noting. We've only seen him fight against Brazilian cans in malls. So ultimately, I think that Bukauskas handles business here. Probably TKO.
Holy fuck. Yeah, I mean, Rafael Owen won in the UFC, got slept by Ibo Aslan. Not a good look. Knocks out most of his competition, but as AJ said, questionable versus Bukauskas, more UFC experience, pretty good takedown defense, knockout ability himself. I could see going with the UFC vet here. I guess I'm not as confident in it as AJ, because it's two guys who can put each other away. I don't think Modestas is even quite gatekeeper level, but he's UFC level, and we're not sure about Cerqueira. So give me Modestas Bukauskas being a little bit better at striking and defending any possible takedowns.
Let's go. Miller, thank you for gifting 5 memberships, bro. I appreciate you for that, my brother. The members stream Thursday is about to go crazy with all these new members. So shout out to you, Miller. Thank you, buddy. Bro, I think you're 100% right. I think that Cerqueira is going to bring the fucking thunder. I think Cerqueira is going to be in his face, making it a dog fight. And I feel like Modestas Bukauskas, or did I say Cerqueira? I meant
you
Bukauskas.
Said. I was like, okay, he's being sarcastic right now.
I said it backwards.
Where you were going.
At the end of the day, I think that the opposite is true. I think Bukauskas in his face, making it a dog fight. I just don't think he shines.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, Bukauskas, far more quality fights. We can look through Bukauskas' record and go, okay, he's had this experience, that experience, right? Vitor Petrino, Marcin Prochnio, Zach Pauga, Tyson Pedro. Decision over Tyson Pedro. There was some real Tyson Pedro hype. Khalil Roundtree Jr., who we saw get the title shot. Michael and Jacek, Jimmy Crute, etc. These are win losses. Some of those I read are losses, but the competition is incomparable to what Rafael has seen. So let's go with the UFC vet.
Agreed. Dalton Stacy with the 5. It's a question for you, Finch. Who do you think out of all the ranked fighters in your weight class you could beat right now?
Oh my God, they're gonna make me talk shit.
Let's go.
You know what? I always do this show with the rankings pulled up, and today I don't have the rankings pulled up. So hold up. And by the way, I mean, really, I should be a 155er. You guys could go through 170 and look at it, but I should be a 155er. I am 6 feet tall and I am 185 pounds. But
so we doing 55 or 70?
I would have to fill out. So I'm gonna look at the bottom. Grant Dawson's better at grappling. Benoit Saint Denis is great. Jalen Turner. Paddy Pimblett just seems like he's supposed to lose. So Paddy Pimblett's an interesting one. Everybody else, I can't give myself credit, man. I can't give myself credit. The lightweight division's literally the best division. How am I going to tell you I'm going to beat these people? And by the way, you believe in things based on evidence is like, we could talk about how great, this guy is or that guy is, talk about how great I am. It doesn't matter because I'm not in the UFC fighting their competition, so I could be really good at jiu-jitsu or whatever and talk to you about how I competed at ADCC last year. If I'm not fighting their level of competition, I don't get to deserve to say that I'm better than this person or that person, right? They're the ones in there risking their fucking health, their nose, their lips, right? Their fucking eyebrows. They get the credit. They get to be the ones who take all that credit, right? I'll say this, I'll fuck somebody up at the grocery store, all right? The average guy wants to smoke. You try to grab my girl's hand, you about to get slapped the fuck up, all right?
Let's go.
That's who I'm ready for. Thank you.
Finch is ready. Finch is ready for the Thunder, bro. But he's not jumping into the fucking top 15, man.
Nah, man. But I'll fuck up CM Punk. I'll fuck up.
That's the dream fight for you, Finch.
Yeah, I'll fuck up any of these MMA journalists who want the smoke. Ben, the Booty Davis or whatever the fuck. I'll fuck these guys up. Who's the McGregor guy who beat his ass?
Willis.
I like that guy a lot. He's a really cool dude. In person, he was really cool. So I don't mean to talk shit, but I will knock him out in BK. That would be fun. That would
Finch
be cool.
And BKFC versus
that would be pretty fucking cool, right?
That would be sick.
I should shut up because they might be able to make that one happen.
They could make it happen. You want it, Finch? I can fucking. Listen. I have the pull, bro. I could call. I could do it for you, man. You let me know.
It's a limiting one. It's like my best skill set. Like if you watch my MMA fights, I take people down and I beat them up on the ground. So not having that, just standing there bare knuckle, I could beat these guys, but MMA is my real game, right?
Yeah, totally fair, man. They're saying you'd pull guard in the BKFC. That's funny as fuck.
Finch versus Schmo, exactly. I'll fucking
That's not
Schmo's
fair,
been
dude.
cool to me too. Schmo's been cool at Bellator. I was hanging out with him and Helen Lee at the Bellator Hotel in San Jose. Very cool people. I see him all the time. I would dominate Schmo. That would be fun.
That's unfair. That's unfair. Schmo doesn't have any training.
Does he not?
I think
He trained with he did some episode where he trained with somebody. He wasn't good.
I'm sure he's done training sessions, but I don't think he's consistently rolling every weekend or anything.
I will knock John Morgan's big ass the fuck out.
Oh, don't hurt Johnny boy. Jesus, man.
Out.
Don't hurt. He's a good man.
Exactly. Why they even throwing him in here? My bad. My bad. Nah, see, Dominic Cruz is good. I'll give respect to the high level pros. I gotta give respect to him.
No. What about Dylan Budka?
I want to fight,
What about Dylan Budka?
Dylan Budka. Even him I give respect to, although he looked like shit. I want to fight, give me X movie star. Give me fucking.
You want to fight CM Punk? Enough of this shit. Let's just, CM Punk. You
know what I mean? CM Punk was a good one. Exactly. I want to fight. I want to fight somebody who's considered a great fighter who doesn't fight. That person I beat. You see what I'm saying?
Trying to think of who that would be, though. Who even exists?
I'm gonna say it, and people are gonna get pissed. Bruce Lee. I've always wanted to fight Bruce Lee. People oh, he's so incredible. I will strangle Bruce Lee.
100%. Okay, there we go. Finch is gonna strangle Bruce Lee.
Now they got me talking shit. Now somebody's gonna be pissed off at that. No, Mickey Gall's a UFC fighter, guys. I'm not saying when I see Mickey Gall's career, I'm like, I don't even like saying this shit, but I'm like, I could do that.
Yeah.
But it got to the point where it's like, I'm not this freak athlete. I'm not John Jones. You know what I mean? I'm not this world championship level. So I don't want to be. I decided I didn't want to be Mickey Gall. You know, I don't want to be 50-50 in the UFC. That sounds awful.
There we go. Finchy Gall.
I got too much respect for Joe. Don't do it to Joe.
Jackie Chan?
Jackie Chan. I'll take Jackie Chan down.
He's like 70.
And he's such a nice guy. Now people are going to be mad at me. Here we go.
This is a good one.
Mike Jackson. That's a good one.
He beat up CM Punk. He's won MMA fights before.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Good one.
That's a good one. I would sign my name on that one.
All right, there we go.
Good call, halftime. Let's get off of this. Finch versus Drake. Perfect, bro. Perfect. I'll fucking get off of Drake and just get him to apologize to all those young girls.
Let's read the odds off for this fight here, man. We're going on fucking side tangents galore tonight. All right. Cerqueira's plus 245. Bukauskas minus 285. I like Bukauskas' chances. Yes, he's a big favorite. Cerqueira unproven. I feel as though we're live for a fight to, I don't know, go over a round and a half at minus 115. Is Bukauskas inside distance minus 130? He's not a great finisher. Bukauskas decision plus 300. It's like, I think Bukauskas is going to win the fight, but then I always say to myself, fuck, but it is Bukauskas though. I'm like, damn it, but it is Bukauskas. That's the issue.
Yeah. Yeah, Bukauskas is, not, I said not even a gatekeeper, right?
It's just he's back end. Cerqueira fought a lot of cans. We'll see what happens, but we'll both go Bukauskas. Miller with the dono again. He says Finch versus Jackson Mahomes, UFC 317. There we go.
Jackson Mahomes. I know Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes' brother?
It's his brother.
All right. Yeah, I'll fuck Jackson. I don't even know who that is, but
I don't know who it is. I have no idea who it is.
Fucking Jackson Mahomes up, son.
Let's get Finch to the fucking celebrity UFC fight.
That would be great. You know?
Let's go. Give him something to train for.
I am 100% in. All right? I'm 100% in. It's a wrap for them.
Fluffy Hernandez.
Oh, amazing.
Oh, shit. That's you couldn't handle Steven.
No,
chill.
I don't want to
Steven Seagal will get you, bro.
Steven Seagal?
That Aikido shit, he probably twists your arm. You wouldn't know if you have.
AJ, no, he's bullshit. Fluffy Hernandez is a bad motherfucker, AJ. Let's go.
Fluffy's making this card great. We got to get into the fights.
I'm done underestimating them too.
Yeah, you can't underestimate them, dude. You can't. Shout out to AJ. And let's keep running up the card. Let's get to fight number 2. We got Nick Klein versus Mansour Abdul-Malik. I'm going to go with Mansour. I have to favor him as a prospect. He looked pretty impressive on Contender and really impressive in his debut. Very heavy-handed, freak athlete naturally with a good wrestling base. Excuse me. Nick Klein also has a slight wrestling background, but not to the level of Abdul-Malik. I don't think he has the ability to drag Malik to the ground. Maybe could quickly take him down, but I think Malik could burst up to his feet with his explosiveness and scramble ability. I don't think Klein has much of a chance on the feet. I think he's completely dusted in the striking department here. I'm going to say it's a matter of time for Malik and Klein. It's going to end inside of the distance. I'll say Malik probably pressures him, makes Klein uncomfortable, gets him down, finishes him with shots. Big ground and pound.
Yeah. Abdul-Malik getting this thing done. I mean, both of them can wrestle, but I'll think Malik's got the better wrestling, clearly better striking, ground and pound. It kind of has this thing everywhere it goes, right? I think jiu-jitsu is the one question mark, and I'm going to say that's not enough. So Abdul-Malik's a lock.
Abdul-Malik's a minus 900 favorite, Finch. Such a favorite. Yeah. Inside distance, minus 475, bro. There's nothing you can do.
Are these odds getting crazier as we go? I feel like last year these odds, you'd see a favorite. Yeah. I just feel like these get stupid sometimes.
Minus 900 is sucks. I know. But he should win. Klein's coming in on short notice. He got finished in this fight a few fights back against a guy with some decent wrestling defense, and he was panic shooting, and he got ground and pounded when he gassed. So I could see something, similar to that, but I'd say Malik hits harder. Malik's too powerful, too strong, too much of a prospect, man. He should win dominantly.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess if you're looking up and down this card, you're looking for like the most dominant. Like this is Yeah, you'd expect him to finish.
Yeah, one-way traffic. Abdul-Malik for the W. Let's keep running up the card. Next fight, we got Ricky Simón versus Javid Basharat. This is actually a really cool fight. I
Yeah.
am picking Basharat, Finch, man. I think that his striking can come in handy here. Normally, his takedown defense is pretty on point. The Ayman Zahabi fight was very competitive. I do think he definitely lost it, but it was because of very small instances. It's not like he got dominated throughout. He's still a very solid prospect, and I think that he's crafty and well-rounded. I believe he moved to ATT and is now training in South Florida. Ricky Simón on the other side, you know what you get with Simón. It's strong pressure wrestling. It's heavy hands, but looked very uncharacteristically gun-shy against Vinicius Oliveira, who's, a taller and more, strong-based bantamweight. Basharat is a taller and more slick and elusive bantamweight. I can see Simón struggling to have striking success and then going to the wrestling, but I feel like Basharat can stop his takedown attempts. I don't know. I feel like Basharat's got pretty good hips, man. His takedown defense is on point. He's a developing guy right now with a solid potential. I'll say that he goes out there and takes a decision over Simón. I feel like Basharat, you said it earlier about who wants him more. Like Ricky Simón's had a long career, 20-6 as a pro, has lost 3 fights in a row. Basharat 14-1. It was a close loss to Ayman Zahabi, who then, has actually done pretty well. Like Ayman Zahabi's kind of on fire right now, and Basharat was in a tooth and nail back and forth fight. I think that Javid Basharat comes back better than that Zahabi fight, and I think he wins.
I like Simón's cardio wrestling, his constant attack. I think that could be effective here, especially because Basharat has showed us that he could lay off the gas pedal a little bit, and if he decides to kind of pace himself and doesn't really put it on Simón, I can imagine a world where, Ricky Simón gets this decision. My pick's going to be Javid Basharat. I think Javid Basharat's a better striker. I do think he can defend most of the takedowns. I do believe he can win 2 out of 3 rounds here, but this is a good fight. I think some people are looking at Basharat like lock, easy. I don't know. Ricky Simón's ability to win the 3rd round is real, and his ability just to keep shooting. You could defend shots. He's going to keep on shooting. He's going to keep the pressure on. He could weaponize his cardio just like we've seen a lot of these high-level guys do. I think it's a good fight.
I do think it's a good fight as well. Yeah, I just think the striking is too elusive. From range, I feel like Basharat should be on point. We got hella donos coming in. Miller Depoy, my fault. Yadong. Okay. There we go. I mean,
Miller
Depoy, we appreciate you for the 5, and we still bring you up on screen, but
Yadong over the Olympian.
Listen, Yadong's ready to bust a heavy load. I'll just say it. Fuck it.
Sit tight. We're gonna get to it.
We'll get to it. Let's go.
Goats of the MMA breakdowns. Let's kill it this year, fellas. Hey, appreciate that, man. Yeah, we love doing this shit.
Thank you, Jordan T. Big W. Big W.
And we're off to a good start. Yeah, we're gonna if anything, it's more content. If anything, it's more hours, right? So we're all in. Thank you, Jordan.
Let's go. Jordan T. Shout out. Basharat for the win. Something about Simón that you could consider. I can't find the odds right now, but maybe like a spread. I could see him going distance, even winning a round. So that might not be a horrible idea for Simón, but ultimately, I believe Basharat is going to win the fight. I think he takes it by a decision. I think this fight is very high likely to go over 2.5 rounds, which is -350. Basharat to win on a judge's decision is currently -160. So really not much to be made there. He's a chalky favorite, but ultimately we're picking it on who we think's winning the fight, and we're going with Basharat to get it done. Let's keep running.
Agreed. Good fight, though, and Simón's going to be in this one. I think they're going long. Hey, over 300 people watching live. Hit that fucking like, son. Hit that like button, son. Thank you.
Let's go. Next fight on the card, we got Nursultan Ruziboev versus Eric McConico. I'm going to pick Nursultan Ruziboev. I'm going to go with his elusive striking and slickness to be able to catch Eric McConico. Watching tape on McConico, though, he's definitely a dog. He's got heart for sure. He closes the distance well and mixes it up nice on the inside. Has a win over Maki Pitolo, who was in the UFC at one point. Definitely is a guy that gets into brawls and back and forths. It's not like he's just running through a Maki Pitolo. It was very competitive. Decent pressure-based game, but I don't know if you notice this too. I feel like he smothers his combos sometimes, man. He just gets too close, and then he's clinching up with you. I don't know, Nursultan Ruziboev with the big length advantage, more slick with the stand-up. I would say for Ruziboev, it's like stay off your back for extended periods of time. I think if I'm McConico's team, I'm like, yo, let's try to wrestle this guy. Ruziboev's been taken down. I don't know how he fares with a clean power shot from Ruziboev. McConico is Mr. Unknown. We haven't seen him in the UFC. And Ruziboev taking this fight on short notice, as is McConico. But McConico was preparing for a fight that was actually supposed to take place last weekend. Now they move him up. So could, potentially have an advantage in his physical conditioning over Ruziboev. And if it's a tough dog fight and they go 3 rounds, that's where I start to worry about Ruziboev. Could get taken down late, could lose the final moments, and McConico might squeak by in a competitive decision. But ultimately, watching skill set for skill set, striking-wise, Ruziboev is better. Wrestling-wise, I favor McConico. Grappling, like jiu-jitsu specific and submission threat-wise, I'd say Ruziboev is better offensively, but I feel as though McConico is going to be strong. And in a sense, I see like a negation of grappling on both fronts as far as when they get to the ground. Ultimately, if McConico secures some takedowns, he could still garner up some control time, even if Ruziboev is staying safe from the bottom, which could cost him the fight. Weird one here, but I will go with Ruziboev's more elusive striking and higher level experience. But McConico's not a joke. It's just, bro, 34 years old, making his UFC debut, prospect at 34. I'm going Ruziboev.
And although he's in shape, as you said, taking Ruziboev on fairly short notice, and Ruziboev's fought a lot of good guys, especially at 185. And I like Ruziboev at 185 pounds better. I think that cut to get down there to fight Joaquin Buckley really wore on him. And he does better when he's not, at some speed disadvantage and whatnot. So I like Ruziboev here. McConico's okay. He's a southpaw from MMA Lab. But you're making your UFC debut against a kid who's as talented as Ruziboev. I think he's cooked on the feet, and I'm not that impressed at the wrestling. I don't think Ruziboev is going to be overwhelmed by it. So give me Ruziboev. And Ruziboev's definitely a finisher, and his striking is dangerous, and that's a way to do it. But, with McConico coming in shape, as AJ said, and trying to wrestle, you could see this thing dragging out a little bit. So I like Ruziboev in this matchup. You know what else I like? The $20 from Miller. Miller's been blessing us today, bro. Y'all the GOATs. Keep us entertained with great analysis. Keep up the good work. Miller, thank you, brother.
Thank you, bro.
Really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Generous as hell with the donos. You guys are lit tonight, man. Tyler Durden, thank you for the 5. Finch, are you doing most confident after this? He damn sure is. He damn sure is. And this one's for you, Finch. You can read that one off.
Yo, the last part, I wouldn't know nothing about that last part. So you're gonna have to tell me how you feel about it, because I don't even look at my girl when I kiss her, so definitely not. For the 5 most confident after this, yes, 100%. I will give my 5 most confident picks over on my channel. Here's a good time to give a shout out to him. Jonathan, what was his last name? I just told you.
We're going shout out session.
Jonathan Kemp.
I got you, bro.
Shout out to Jonathan Kemp, who helped me make a non-blurry thumbnail. Y'all, go check my last thumbnail. It's crystal fucking clear. And Jonathan, I just hit you up to make me one for this one. So, Jonathan, you're in. You're my new thumbnail creator. And we're going to bless the thumbnails and make sure they're not blurry no more. All right. So I appreciate y'all. Tyler Durden, don't you dare make eye contact, bro. That's just weird. Thank you for the 5. Oh,
Finch,
shit.
I got to do a shout too.
Oh,
We both got to.
I need my cup. I need my
You need the cup. Real
AJ,
quick.
No more predictor 2 weeks in a row via UFC Tracker. No way.
Thank you, brother.
That's real life?
Yeah.
Yo.
Let's go. Thank you, brother.
Very cool. Should I go grab my cup?
Grab your cup. Let's do the cup flex together. Finch is grabbing his cup. Mike D, thank you for the 2. Listen, special shout out right here. I mean, has the game not changed? An expert's cup is next level. I love the shirt. Don't get it twisted. And sure enough, maybe I'll have an expert's glove, an expert's flat cap. Shit, I might have an expert's tattoo on the side of my face at this rate right here. But the game has changed with this. And I know Finch wants to show his off. Look at that. Look at that absolute savagery right there. Look at that. Eventually, these will be selling off the shelves when I start doing it. Not there yet, but you're going to see. The books are going to start watching me. I know. I'll be moving the lines like a fucking madman. This is the best reality show ever. Oh, you're talking about another show? I thought you were talking about me. Damn, bro. I thought that we had a great reality show. Finchman's Instagram or YouTube. Mike Finch Show.
Mike Finch Show, or you could just hit me directly over at Mike Finch MMA. Mike Finch Show for the bets. If you guys want to see what I'm betting on, DM at Mike Finch Show on Instagram.
Yeah, me and Finch look like savages with the cups. Let's go.
Shit. We got the goods.
God bless. Listen, shout out Jersey Girl for the Experts Cup. Happy Valentine's to her. What a gangster, bro. That was sick.
Very cool. Very cool. Who got me this one? Shout out Sean Sherwood.
Yeah.
For getting me this one.
Go.
Shout out.
Sean Sherwood. Shout out to him, man. We got the Savage Cups. We're taking it to another level. Soon, Finch and I will be selling all types of dishware, man. You get your cups, your plates, your fine dining. We're doing all the China, bro. Experts in Finch, China for sale 2026, bro. Let's get
it. Let's go.
Do we read the odds off?
Next.
Minus 265 for him. He's a big favorite. Win by whatever method you think. Are we going inside distance? He knocks him out because it's live. KO plus 145.
No.
Nah, you just money line, parlay, or just stay away?
What are the odds?
Minus 285. Oh, no, minus 265. Sorry.
Might have to be a parlay, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
We'll see. I'll be tuning into you. I'll be tuning into your most confident. I'm excited.
Okay. To see it. All right, cool. I'll see you there, dog.
Let's go. Let's keep running, Finch, man. Let's get to the next fight. We got Iwan Cutelaba versus Ibo Aslan. I'm going with Iwan Cutelaba to mix it up against Ibo Aslan. I know the eyes. I see him. Bro, Ibo Aslan's a great brawler, and he throws these wild looping shots, but I still see Anton Turkalj touching him with straights. I see him gassing in that fight. Since that point, I got 55 seconds against Cerqueira, who I don't know if he's anywhere near UFC level. Might get dusted by Modestas Bukauskas this Saturday. And now he's going against Cutelaba, who, say what you want about him, the guy has been there for a long time, fought a lot of top-rated guys. Now, a lot of losses, too. 7-9 in the UFC. But definitely he's got some dog in him. When Cutelaba is on point and he stays more calculated, I do think he could catch Aslan with some decent shots back after Aslan swinging bombs. But where I want to see Cutelaba take this fight is into the clinch and into the wrestling. As Aslan squares up for those power shots, I think as he's throwing, there's going to be opportunities to shoot takedowns for Cutelaba. I can see him getting on top of Aslan, and I don't know at this level how Aslan is going to look in bottom position, man. I know he's got big power. I don't know how he's going to look when Cutelaba's on top. I can see Cutelaba garnering up control time, landing punches from top position. I think he can pull through.
Damn, bro. I know, and I heard your take on this one, and it rained on my fucking parade. All right, because you're probably right. All right, Ibo Aslan, after he won that last fight. I am not here to win the fight. I am here to knock people out. This dude is retarded in the best way. Here to win the fight. Like, good to know I ain't betting on your dumb ass. Like, what the fuck? You're not here to win the fight. Are you familiar with how you get paid, sir? Do you know how this works? Yes, there could be a performance bonus, but homie, win the fight. So that's concerning. You know what else is concerning? He's already lost to Ian Cutelaba. So, all right, you might have pulled me over. I guess I'll go Cutelaba. It's a close fight. It's a good one. I'm sure the odds are even, right?
The odds are relative. When did he lose to Cutelaba, brother? He lost to Turkalj last time, though. I think that's what you meant.
You told me that.
He lost to Turkalj
last time. Before this, I'm like, oh shit, they fought before.
I said Cutelaba, I meant Turkalj, bro. No way, I said.
Oh really?
Cutelaba.
I'm tripping.
Crazy. I might have fucking slipped, bro.
Oh my bad.
So when he fought Turkalj, he lost.
Show and saw you say that, but I could be tripping.
I might have said it by mistake, though.
I have never seen them fight each other, but this is what I heard. What I thought from AJ.
So you're going Aslan or you going Cutelaba? What are you doing?
I'm not drunk, folks.
They're saying it's a fake pick, Finch. You're fake picking it?
The chat
is the pick a fraud, Finch? What happened? What's the pick?
Listen. My initial pick was Ibo Aslan because I can't trust Ian Cutelaba, but Ian Cutelaba should be wrestling. I think people constantly, it's the same thing with Rosenstruik. Like, oh, he's gonna knock the guy out in the first round, or he's getting knocked out in the first round. Like, have you watched him fight? Like, Ian Cutelaba wrestles people, They just see him get fucking crazy at the weigh-ins, and they just think he's just going to go out there and Hail Mary with this guy. No, he's going to try to take him down. So if you think he's taking him down, then yeah, he'll win. But I think Ibo Aslan knocks him out. That was my gut feeling. Could I see Ian Cutelaba winning with the wrestling? Sure. I don't know enough about Ibo Aslan's wrestling to say otherwise. So I was gonna let you pick flip me, bro. But my gut feeling was I came here to say Ibo Aslan knockout.
Ibo Aslan by knockout for the Finch Meister. The odds for Aslan is -172 is the favorite. Cutelaba +147 is the underdog. Okay. Cutelaba decision +425. I could see him taking the later rounds, man. Aslan's gas tank before he landed. When you watch that Turkali rematch, he was looking fatigued, but he caught Turkali with the perfect shot and ends him. At the end of the day, I question Aslan in the later stages of fights. I question how he looks here with Cutelaba. We're going to find out everything we need to know about him. If he fucks up Cutelaba, I will believe the hype. But until that happens, I'm going Cutelaba to outdog him.
That's a big fucking head, bro. That's hard to miss.
I know it is, but it's also durable. I mean, yeah, he's been knocked out a few times, but he takes a decent punch. Cutelaba is a gritty gatekeeper, dude. He gatekeeps the top 22.
That's a gatekeeper. That's a gatekeeper. Yeah, he is. He's the guy you want to see fight, you know, keeps it intense, you know. Tank Abbott would appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tank Abbott told Rampage, like, I like the way you just go up to people and, you know, whatever he said to him. You just go up to people, you fuck people up. Like, he takes fighting seriously. That's the way that that Cutelaba takes it. Cutelaba's intense.
He's intense as fuck. Is that bourbon, by the way, Finch? People in chat are asking.
This is Cran Grape from Ocean Spray. No sponsor.
He's not drinking, guys. Everybody's thinking you broke your sobriety, dude. That's what everybody in chat's going crazy about.
Y'all think I'm drunk after sipping on this for 2 minutes? What the fuck?
So.
Kind of, you know, intestinal fortitude y'all think I got? Come on, man. This liver ain't that soft.
They're questioning you, brother.
No,
listen, the call is going to be, for me, Iwan Cutelaba for the upset as an underdog. Finchman going Aslan. Aslan, the slight favorite here. Cutelaba to win a decision is +425, whereas an Aslan KO is -125. I'm saying that Aslan might get fraud checked. I'm not sold on him just yet, but we shall find out, because at the end of the day, you still got a heavyweight who's only 28 years of age. There could be improvements. I don't think Cutelaba's out of his prime, though. He's 31. He could potentially be the best form ever right now, regardless of the experience. Let's see what happens. Pot Pharma, thank you for $4.99. Finch, put down the bourbon, pick up that ray gun. Holy shit.
No problem, son. We're fucking going. Let's rock.
Let's
rock, dog. We ready to go? Revelations map.
Shit.
I was just running it the other day. I was playing Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and I was running it was the Giant. Actually, I just played the Giant. I normally play Revelations, so I was running the Giant map. And as usual, we get to round fucking 20 something, right? And then people start bailing.
Damn.
Motherfuckers start dipping out on the live. Like, how do you play live with people on the internet? They suck. You know what I mean?
You need buddies, dude.
Yeah, you need your homies to play live. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yep.
Let's go.
There's the ray gun, folks. I know y'all love it.
That's fucking legendary. Shout out to the Finch. Shout out. Listen, let's keep running up the card. We got more action to talk about. Our next fight, we got Andre Fili versus Melquizio Costa. This is an interesting matchup because I would still consider Costa in that prospect category. Problem is, 2-2 in the UFC, did not look good in the first 2 rounds against Shailan Nuorden Beke, who's not high level. And now you give him Andre Fili, 34, been in the UFC literally forever, since 2013. Good wrestling base, good striking output. His hands are actually pretty quick. Fili has fought a who's who, man. He's like right there. He's always that top 20, top 18. Hasn't been able to burst into the real top caliber, but always has been, you know, a staple of the roster. And Melquizio Costa, I don't know about his level. I know he's got good jiu-jitsu. The striking looks decent, but not super great. Fili getting his back taken and controlled for extended periods of time. I feel like he's got good wrestling defense. His wrestling game is not bad, man. He's well-versed. I'll say Fili to win a competitive decision. But at the end of the day, I would say there's slight nerves potentially if you bet in the money line because Melquizio Costa does have good jiu-jitsu. Striking is not bad. I'd say he has better kicks than Fili, but Fili's hands are a lot faster and a lot cleaner. And I'll say his wrestling's better too, so he can keep the fight standing. What do you think, Finch?
And he's fought everybody, man.
Yeah.
Cub Swanson, Dan Ige beat Lucas Almeida, Nathaniel Wood, Bill Algeo, Joe Anderson Brito, Daniel Pineda, Bryce Mitchell, Charles Jourdain, Sadiq Hughes. I mean, holy shit, bro. He's fought everybody. So right there, it's a fucking good fight. You know, I'm a little concerned about the grappling. And by the way, Costa's got hands, but Andre Fili, I think, is a better kicker, better striker. I do think he pulls this thing out. He's not too old. I think he's looking better than ever right now. I'm going to go Andre Fili. I think he gets this decision.
I think so as well. As far as the odds, like I said, close money. Oh, wow. Fili's the underdog. The line has flipped. Andre Fili opened as a minus 200 favorite. He is currently a plus 103 dog. Holy shit.
Really?
Sweaty money line. But you know what? As a dog, it's more intriguing, man. At plus money, I mean, yeah, it was close before. I think he can outstrike Costa. It's good value. Damn, bro. That's one to think about now. Mazel tov, Tulip. Mazel tov, my brother.
I mean, Fili loves going win-loss. So there's that. But at this level, I think he gets it done, man. Good fight.
Good fight for sure. We're going Fili. Is Fili worth it, bro? Is the money? Now I'm rethinking it. When he was the favorite, I was like, but now seeing that line flip, even when it just goes slight plus, I'm like, why is the most public underdog of the fucking year right now Melquizio Costa, which is normally a terrible sign? Everybody's betting on Melquizio Costa. Everybody and their grandma betting on Melquizio Costa against a crafty vet like this.
Right.
That seems crazy.
Because I don't think he's outstriking Fili.
I don't either. I think Touchy Fili is in this fight, man. The confidence is building on Fili, seeing that you had him too. I was a little bit more apprehensive. I was like, I don't know, maybe like, Finch will see Costa's jiu-jitsu and say, no, he can get his back. But seeing how you're feeling the same way, that's interesting. Because I was thinking his striking should get it done and his takedown defense is there. I've been impressed.
Yeah, Team Alpha Male's been shooting on him for a decade. Yeah, and he's fucking gritty, dude. He could dig deep. He's so experienced at this point and not old. What, 33 or so? 34?
34, about to have his first kid. So like I feel like he's in that savage mentality.
And I think it's a good fight for sure.
Yeah.
Fili decision.
I like that. Touchy Fili by decision. What's the odds on that decision prop? Plus 190, over 2.5, minus 210. Something sounding real good about Fili by decision, Finch. I won't lie to you. That's interesting. After talking to you, my eyes are even more open to it. I'll be keeping my eyes on this fight right here, Finch.
Don't prop it. Don't prop it.
But the money line is plus money. If it's plus money, it's for me.
The money
might be worth it. Yeah. Let's go, Finch.
I'll look into it like Eddie Bravo.
Thank you, Eddie. All right, listen. Actually, before we get to the main card, you know what podcast came back? You saw Churchill What's Happening Now is back. They rebooted it about 11 episodes
Joey Coco Diaz, cocksuckers. Joey Coco Diaz is here. I'll pull my nuts out right on live.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they brought it back to life, bro.
Okay, cool. What, him and that little bald dude?
Him and Lee. You didn't used to watch that shit?
Nah, dog.
Bro, you're missing out. The church had some funny
Joey
ass moments
Coco
back
Diaz
in the day.
passing out on the live, bro.
Oh, it was great. It was great. I loved it.
I ate a fucking 3 milligram pop brownie, dog.
3 milligram? He does 300.
300 milligram, dog.
Yeah, you're right. 3 milligram. What am I saying? I fucked that one up. It's been a while. It's been a while for me.
It's been a while. Let's go.
No, Joey Coco Diaz is the man. He's funny. Seen him live.
That's pretty cool.
Seen him open for Joe Rogan.
That's cool.
But yeah, I don't know. Not my favorite comedian. And my podcasts I listen to are dry, dude. I like Huberman Lab.
Okay.
Lex Friedman. I like some. I don't even hardly listen to JRE anymore. A little bit, but pretty much all like politics.
That's funny as fuck.
I like listening to what NATO thinks. I like hearing fucking what what's going on with the Ukraine war and in Israel. Like I'm an old man.
My favorite podcast on the web, The Moneyline, baby. I be tuning in every week. Let's go. Let's go, Finch. We got to keep running up. I want to jump to the main card. Of course. I knew that was on your top list.
Come on.
Let's do it. Main card time. If you guys haven't yet, smash the likes. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hit subscribe. Just hit 44,000 subs on Saturday. We're on the road to 45K, so make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Alonzo Menifield versus Julius Walker to start off the main card. The reason I'm picking Julius Walker is because I have a lot of reservations around the grappling game of Menifield. I know he's got the power advantage. If he cracks on the feet, if Walker can't tie up with him, I could see Menifield landing some bombs. The thing I like about Julius Walker is his large frame, very long, 6'4", 81-inch reach. Menifield has a questionable fight IQ, and I don't know how he's going to do when Walker ties up with him. We're really going to find out. Like, either Julius Walker is as good of a prospect as it looks like on paper with dominant wins, 3 straight dominant wins, or maybe Alonzo Menifield really fraud checks him. I think Julius Walker's grappling should be better than Menifield's. My problem with Menifield's is I don't feel like he has high caliber grappling. Granted, he submitted Jimmy Crute, but it was a fading Jimmy Crute. It was a Jimmy Crute that was gassing out and didn't really seem to want it. I think Walker could surprise him, man. I think Walker could surprise taking his back, maybe shooting for some rear nakeds. Well, they're going to find out his toughness because Menifield punches hard. And if they're in striking, I'm curious to see how Walker kickboxes. I'll pick Walker as a prospect. Could be a dangerous prospect pick, though, because at the end of the day, 6-0.
I mean, Julius Walker's a big, strong dude. You know, if you let him get going downhill, he can definitely put punches together. He's got a decent double leg on the fence, but I saw him get backed up against Niall Barling. He got taken down. He likes this Kimura sweep that he can fail on sometimes. His jiu-jitsu's okay for a big guy, but not good enough for me to be like, he's going to submit Alonzo. And then, you know, Alonzo's losses are to like the caliber of like Carlos Olberg. That's not that bad. You know, Alonzo's seen some higher caliber guys in this. And I heard Julius Walker's been training for like 2 to 3 years. That's not a lot.
I heard 6, but maybe I'm wrong.
6? 6 would be better.
6.
6 would be a lot better.
I heard
look
6.
at his record.
Yeah.
I could
6-0. He's got 10 amateur fights too. He has a lot of amateur experience.
So let's see if this is cap. All right, Mr. Julius Walker, 6-0 with amateur fights back in 2020. So that's at least 5 years of fighting. So yeah, 6 years checks out. All right, 6 years. You can learn a lot in 6 years. That ain't crazy. So cap, Mike, don't lie to the folks. Mazel tov to you, Two Lit MMA. He donated $2, and I can't click on it right now for some reason. Look, folks. It's a UFC debut, all right? You guys almost saw Smith blow his UFC debut, and I think he's actually probably a lot better than Vince Morales. But, you know, it's hard to put it together when it's your UFC debut. I think Alonzo Menifield could bounce back here. I think he ends up putting some big punches on Julius Walker, backing him up. We've seen Julius Walker give up ground, give up territory. You can't be ceasing territory. This ain't Russia. I feel like Alonzo Menifield can potentially get him out of there, if not just win the rounds by being the aggressor here. Alonzo Menifield on the scorecards, although he's not great.
Why? Thank you for $4.99. Big boxing card earlier Saturday as well, fellas. Riyadh season, some good fights, so don't sleep on it. I know Finch is excited about it.
Daniel Dubois and Joseph Parker. Holy shit, dude. It's incredible.
It's a good fight.
Arthur Beterbiev and Dimitri Bivol, Shakur Stevenson and Floyd Schofield, etc., etc.
Finch has become more of a boxing fan than me. Isn't this a paradox from how we started? What the fuck?
I'm like, are you watching it? And he's like, ah. I'm like, what the fuck?
MMA, man.
Shout out to Matt Evans, my assistant fitness manager over at UFC Gym, is taking off work. So the boss has got to come in and work for him that day. Motherfucker. Because he's like, oh, it's the best card of the year, man. He's a huge boxing head. So, yeah, solid boxing fights. Maybe we'll talk about them.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. At the end of the day, $4.99 means a lot. I got to read the lines off real quick, all right? Odds for the fight. Alonzo Menifield is -220. Walker +185. So big dog status for Julius Walker. I will say, as time has passed, I feel as though I have a bit more nerves towards this fight. The things I liked about Walker were the, obviously pressure-based grappling and his ability to shoot for takedowns with the submission threat and his length as well. But at the end of the day, it's not like he's fought super high caliber guys. Definitely a factor. I mean, he beat Bevon Lewis, who was in the UFC at one point, but ultimately, he didn't do well in the UFC. The thing with Menifield is his fight IQ is so questionable, bro. He's 37. He's still young, though. I light heavyweight 37 is young, but I don't know. He's so questionable for me. He hits hard. And if Walker can't wrestle him, if Walker is trying these Kimura sweeps and getting stifled, Menifield's punching a hole in his face. So at the end of the day, Walker is nervous debut pick. I don't know. I'm like looking at it and I'm like, bro, I'm about to run to the other side. We'll see on Friday how I feel after the weigh-ins, but definitely going to sit on this one a bit longer. But right now we're going Walker for me still.
Yeah,
hold chip. I feel like I'm losing ground, but I'm still holding ground.
Good.
The Menifield
UFC debuts, bro, especially a guy like Walker, who's not quite got it all together, has some holes in his game, but he is fighting Alonzo Menifield, so fair.
Let's go. Let's keep running up. Next fight on the card, we have Gene Silva versus Melsik Baghdasaryan. Everybody's favorite featherweight up-and-comer, Gene Silva. Right? He's got to be the pick. That's it. Nothing else needs to be said. But to be fair, Melsik's a good striker. He's got nice kicks, moves pretty well from the outside. Suspect grappling, though. Think that Silva is more crafty than Baghdasaryan, and I think he's more dangerous in close range. I think he's just simply better. Baghdasaryan is a technician, but I feel like Silva's chaos factor, as well as his actual technical skill, are going to come in handy. Bro, if you can beat up Drew Dober, I don't think Melsik Baghdasaryan is beating you. That's it. So Gene Silva.
No cap. Yeah, Gene Silva should be a lock here. Gene Silva is very talented, man. He's been able to just show really, really high level striking and overall skill, and monster favorite at 570 minus 575. I guess you think he's worth it though, eh?
I mean, bro, he can't fucking lose to Melsik. I don't know. I won't accept it.
Whoa.
He's a big favorite, but he's like a reliable big favorite. He loves to fight. He's got a lot of heart. He can take a shot and he can fucking land hard. And I think Melsik Baghdasaryan, though he's a technician and crafty, that technical style is going to eventually get countered by the pressure of Silva. Like, I feel like a technician like that, as Silva brings the pressure and won't back down, if Baghdasaryan cannot hurt him, he's not going to be able to keep Gene off of him. And I think Gene's going to land some big shots.
Yeah, and Josh Cutelaba getting it done against him 2 years ago. Tucker Lutz. So he hasn't fought in a minute. Melsik hasn't fought since 2023. Meanwhile, Gene's been beating Drew Dober, Charles Jourdain, Weston Wilson. That was just in 2024. So Gene Silva's on a roll too. I see it, man. Gene Silva. Let's say Gene Silva gets it done. How, I'm not sure, but Gene Silva gets it done.
Cody Marmon, thank you for $1.99. Fighting Nerds, Gene Silva, top 15. That has to be next. Bro, you got to pick the Fighting Nerds team. Gene Silva to win. I know the odds are damn wide. Okay, I know the odds are crazy. Minus 560, but Gene Silva better damn win. Baghdasaryan plus 410. I can't envision Melsik out kickbox. I don't see it. Not possible. Cutelaba was getting his ass whooped. To be fair, it was a comeback submission in the second round. He caught the back of Baghdasaryan. Baghdasaryan's a crafty striker, but I think Gene Silva's going to give him trouble. Silva by KO, minus 125. Silva for the over 1.5, actually, just straight minus 170. I'll say Gene Silva wins. He has to win. He has to. Melsik is a technician, but I just don't think that he's active enough to deal with Silva.
Facts. Yeah. Minus 560 is kind of a wide line, but I could see it too. So, sometimes, and by the way, sometimes recently I've been touching like some minus 200s because it's like, if I'm fucking super confident, so, but this would have to be like a parlay piece.
Yeah, only really. Yeah, Gene Silva to pull through. We're both picking him, as everybody is. Let's keep running up. Next fight on the card. We got featured fight. We got Rob Font versus Gene Matsumoto. Rob Font was initially supposed to be co-main eventing for a Dominic Cruz retirement fight. Instead, Cruz pulls out and they give him a 25-year-old 16-0 prospect. Mike Finch, I got to tell you, bro, I'm not sold on Matsumoto just yet. I'm not sold. The kid's got good kicking skills. He's got some solid Muay Thai. But I see moments of vulnerability down the center with straight punches. I feel like Rob Font is the better boxer between the two. Matsumoto got touched up a bit by Brad Katona. This is a massive level jump to fight a crafty vet like Rob. Now, I understand he is 37 years old, but if Matsumoto was 28 years old, a little more developed, different conversation. At 25, I feel like it's a tad bit too young, man. A tad bit too young for this level. I don't think he's ready for it. I'm going with Rob Font by a decision.
You know what? I picked Rob Font too, motherfucker. Let's go, AJ. I think Rob Font's boxing is good. I like the last performance against Kyler Phillips, and Gene had a really close fight with Brad Katona, and his takedowns aren't great. Like, people have been beating Rob by just pinning him onto the canvas, and that's not the game. That's not the game of Matsumoto. Matsumoto stand in front of you, kind of, you know exactly where he's at, but he's going to strike with you. I think Rob Font can deal with that, man. I think Rob Font's a bad matchup for him. I think the kid fucked up. His management fucked up by letting him switch to this fight. They're doing it with a 5-pound allowance, as far as I understand, just because of the short notice. I don't like it for Matsumoto, man. I'm going Rob Font too.
Rob Font is going to be the call. I think that Gene Matsumoto is a solid prospect, but bro, he's still a kid. I think he's still a kid. I'm not so like everybody, bro. I see in my chat, Matsumoto has crazy love right now. I didn't see what was so special about him against Argueta. I didn't see what was so special about him against Katona.
And who are they, bro?
Right.
Like,
These
I
bottom
love
tier.
Dan Argueta. He trains down the street at UFC Gym Costa Mesa, but it's Dan Argueta.
Yeah.
It's Brad Katona. This is not high level, guys. Rob Font's fought a lot of really good competition. You're about to see the different levels of competition they fought, I believe. And it's not to say Matsumoto can't win, but yeah, you're going to make me pick. I'm picking Rob Font.
Yeah, I think Rob Font pulls through. He's the call for us both. I think he's a decent dog here, plus 155 for Font. Matsumoto, minus 180. When I saw the odds, too, I'm like, why are they not flipped the other way? Because Font is 37, big underdog. The end of it all, I don't think Matsumoto is ready for the level jump that he's about to face against a Rob Font. If you look, let me just look outside of the two UFC fights, names. Casey Tanner, who's an okay prospect, who he beat. Okay. Then he fought a 7-0 fighter in Brazil, Marlon Basilo. But at the end of the day, a lot of these wins on that Brazilian scene, like, sure, he's beating guys with on paper decent records. He's not just a certified can crusher. He beats other prospects. But now you're fighting Rob Font, who his last 5 are the likes of Kyler Phillips, who had just beaten Pedro Munoz and has a win over Song Yadong, Davison Figueiredo, Corey Sanhagen. He destroyed Adrian Yanez, Marlon Chito Vera, Jose Aldo. Like, yeah, you can say, oh, well, he got fucked up against Figgy, or he got fucked up against Sanhagen, or he got, hurt bad against Vera or Jose. The end of the day, though, these are elite caliber guys within that top 7, top 8 in all actuality, at least at the times that they fought. To now take on a guy who was not on my radar for a ranked fight. He was supposed to be fighting against Chris Gutierrez, who, is somebody that then you probably get a shot in the rankings against. This is a level jump, man. I think that Font can win this thing.
I think so too. And the dog money is not a bad addition, folks. And I know you motherfuckers hate it, but when AJ and I are on an underdog, keep your eyes peeled.
Let's go.
Why don't I replace Ian Parker on ESPN? Tell ESPN, get Mike Finch in there, get AJ DeVito in there. We would love to smash those bets on ESPN. Let's go.
Let's go. Shout out Tyler Durden for the 5. Rob Font, old and about to lose. Let the both of you make me pick flip on Whaley because I respect your opinions. Listen, stand your ground. Just because I'm saying something, stand your ground.
Well, first of all, I did not bet on Tatiana Suarez. If you wanted my bets, I give my bets out. I give my 5 most confident bets out on my premium channel, and then I throw free bets out on the free channel. Never did I say bet on Tatiana Suarez. So you're not listening, Tyler Durden. You ran your own fucking play. Don't put that on us.
Let's go, Finch. I think Font's live for the W. I think it's going over 2.5, minus 400, also live. The thing is, Font, though, when he was on point against Adrian Yanez, beating his face in, like, I know Matsumoto's a good talent, but there's the 2 wins. There's a win over Brad Katona and a win over Dan Argueta equal. Now you're going to beat Rob Font, especially in the competitive aspects of that fight against Katona. Katona had him busted open. Katona was landing shots. I think this kid's hittable down the center, bro. Finch, you know that Muay Thai base is stiff, bro. Rob Font with the elusive boxing. I'll say this: MMA, kickboxing, boxing against a more traditionalist Thai-esque MMA striking style. I think there's opportunities for counter shots. I think there's a lot of big straights, especially at the lower weight classes. One thing, Vanderlei Silva with his style, it worked at that era, but at this weight class, I think the inches, not even the centimeters, are everything, and I think Font can land accurately.
Yeah, exactly. And the boxing's been key. And you know, people like, it's Kyler Phillips. No, that was a good W, man. He really showed me a lot in that fight. And this is just matchup wise, seems like a good fight for Rob Font. I could see him getting his hands going here. Good fight. He is a dog. I'm not betting my mama's house on it, but I'm just saying, when AJ and I are on a dog, pay attention.
Let's go. Finch and I both going Rob Font. Let's keep running. Next fight, co-main event of the evening. We got the rematch between Brendan Allen and Alexander Fluffy Hernandez. I like the fucking fight, and I just botched. Did I say Alexander? I got to leave the show. I said Alexander Hernandez. What's the disrespect? We got Brendan Allen versus Anthony Hernandez 2 going down. Fluffy up in here. Listen, the pick is Fluffy for me. Watch their first fight. He won a lot of the grappling exchanges. He won a lot of the signature moments, a lot of the keys, man. Striking wise, I think Hernandez has more power. Yeah, the grappling skill set of Allen is also pretty crafty, but I just worry about the pace that he can keep up with Hernandez. I feel like Hernandez can outdog him. I feel like Hernandez built a little different, and I'm saying Hernandez on the judges' scorecards takes it in a close one, maybe 29-28.
Brendan Allen's ground game has gotten better as we go. I mean, his rear naked strangle's legit. He's looked legit on the ground. And his loss to Imavov doesn't look so bad now. You know? Imavov looked fucking pretty good against Izzy. Called it. But I'm going to go with Fluffy Hernandez, too. I'm done doubting him, man. How are you not impressed by what he did to Michelle Pejea? I told you guys I saw when I was hanging out with Tatiana Suarez. I saw Michelle Pejea at UFC Performance Institute. I'm like, what the fuck is that? He looks like a freak. He's this massive middleweight, ripped. And Fluffy was able to bully him, dude, with technique, with grind, with ability, with cardio, you know, was able to really work him. So I think he could do something similar to Brendan Allen, and Brendan Allen's good. I like Brendan Allen a lot. That was a tough call for Brendan Allen versus Imavov, you know? I've been picking Imavov the whole way, but I got respect for Brendan Allen. I think that Fluffy Hernandez is the truth. I think at this level, he could beat Brendan Allen. Really cool fight. I really like the matchup. I think Fluffy Hernandez beats him in the grappling department. He'll have trouble submitting him. So, you know, Fluffy Hernandez, obviously excellent jiu-jitsu black belt, but does he sub him? Maybe not.
Mujib, thank you for the 99 cents. I'm going decision. I think the fight's going to be a competitive fight that ends up going long. The money line is wide, man. Fluffy is minus 265 is the favorite, with Allen at plus 225 is the dog. For a Hernandez decision, it's plus 140. A sub is up at plus 325. KO is plus 450. I've said this. I could see a club and sub because Hernandez does have some deceptive punching power. He can land a big shot on Allen and sub him, but I wouldn't bank on that with the bet with any like high level of cash. I feel like Hernandez to win a competitive fight makes the most sense.
Yeah, for sure. You know, his ability to make Brendan Allen get on the defense is important, because when you get Brendan Allen getting a little downhill on you, scores a takedown, starts controlling a little bit, his jiu-jitsu is great. If Fluffy can, you know, hit that, like, he just needs his back against the fence, right? Give me like a double leg situation against the fence. Give me that one hook in, trap in the far wrist. I think he starts making it happen against Brendan Allen. So I'm done doubting him, because I've doubted Fluffy. I think he could beat a talented Brendan Allen.
I think it looks similar to the last time. He ends up on top in certain positions. Shout out to Aaron for the 199. Allen wins. You heard it here first. Odds
striking them, right? You think he's gonna out kickbox him? What are you saying, Aaron?
I feel like, in my opinion, I think Hernandez can crack him on the feet. Hernandez can fucking box too, and he hits hard, man. Holy shit. Mujib, my guy, thank you for 199. Big fan from Afghanistan. Thank you for supporting. Hey, much love, my brother. Thank you for 199.
Let's go, dude. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Savages, man. I'm going Fluffy. I love the fight, man. because I always think of like the what's next factor. I'm like, yo, Hernandez with the stand-up developing, good submission threats. I feel like forthcoming a Hernandez Cannonier fight. Like there's so many options. Brendan Allen, I don't think he breaks to that level. I could see Hernandez doing better against the guys ahead of him than Allen can. And when I look at them against each other, I think it looks similar to fight number 1 with Hernandez outworking him.
You know, outworking him is key because Hernandez has got a gas tank and the technical ability, mixing up the wrestling with the jiu-jitsu is really beautiful. And again, you see him bully a fucking beast like Michel Pereira. You know, I think Brendan Allen's jiu-jitsu is better than Michel Pereira. Maybe he holds him off. So maybe a fluffy Hernandez decisions in store.
Let's go. Let's keep running up, guys. We're both going Hernandez for the win in the co-main. It's time to talk the main event. If you guys haven't, make sure you all hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, join the community. I got live streams every day, twice a day, 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be live, I guess, later today, technically for me on the East Coast, but the 18th of Feb. Join me for the lunchtime live and join Finch after the stream. I'll link him up in the chat as we get to the end. Let's talk this fight. Cejudo versus Song. I am picking Song. I'm going with the youth factor. But I recognize Cejudo looked good. Even in his loss to Merab, he was relentless. What I worry about is him getting hit with counter shots. Cejudo has done well in these recent fights with guys that, in all reality, are limited danger threats in the stand-up department. Song Yadong has blistering hand speed and legit power. I feel as though Song's experience also is a positive factor. Though he's young at 27, he's a guy that's fought everyone. Cejudo towards the tail end, I question where his motivations lie after losing the fight for the belt, after losing to the now current champ in a top contender fight. I think Song can definitely crack him with some big shots and win key moments. The damage threat, I favor Song. But I will say, Cejudo has nasty calf kicks. He strikes well to the legs. He mixes in wrestling well. His takedown game is absolutely on point. But he is 38. He is a former champ. He's a millionaire from the game. He took a retirement and a long hiatus, right? 4 years and 9 months ago. Then he came back and, you know, gave Aljo a good run for his money in a fight that was a grappling-based fight. This one right here, there's more elements to it. The question mark lies upon, can Song not only stop takedowns, but can he land effective offense to cause hesitancies with the shooting of Cejudo? That's the ultimate key. His Song needs to hurt Cejudo in striking. I'll say he wins a close fight. Definitely the odds have this fight as something to confuse your mind because to me it's 50-50.
Fuck, I hate picking this fight. Henry Cejudo won a round against Merab Dvalishvili. Was it the first? I'm trying to remember what fucking round it was. I just remember he won a round against Merab Dvalishvili. Okay? Henry Cejudo could fucking wrestle. All right. His striking is good. He went over there to train in Brazil. Captain Eric Alberison had him working with the Olympic karate team, got that deep stance, and boom, he could come and bomb on people. He's been 5 rounds many times. But the reality is he's been smoking CBD. Henry, why are you smoking CBD during training camp, dog? Don't do it for the sponsor. Come on, man. You know, as to where Song is young, what, 27? I mean, young kid, as AJ takes a hit over there. Young kid, you know.
Shout out to CBD.
You know, beating a good striker and Chris Gutierrez, good grappler and Ricky Simón. It's a 5-round fight. I don't know where Henry's cardio's at. You know, I got so much love and respect for Henry Cejudo. The man had me in his living room. I mean, I've got to go hang out at his house. How awesome was that? Got to smoke a joint with Henry Cejudo. How fucking awesome was that? Henry Cejudo is the reason why I got to meet Mike Tyson. He set that up. He's the one who told me where to go and what to do. He's like, bring Mike a gift. That's the whole thing, was all Henry Cejudo. So how am I going to sit here and ever not show love to Henry Cejudo? I got to start with just, it's all love to Henry Cejudo. Looking at this, Henry Cejudo is what, 37? 38? And these ain't heavyweights.
And he's been out almost a year.
You know? And so I was telling you about that Rashad Evans thing. You look across the cage and see who's hungrier. It's like, well, Song hasn't been that active either.
He was forced to wait for a year. He said he wanted to fight, but they was holding him on the sideline. Now we got something for you.
Yeah. I mean, I got to pick with my head. I got to pick Song. And I got to think Song can win the later rounds and be better at striking and defend takedowns. He's very technical, very clean. Makes it happen against Henry. Although Henry's wrestling's legit, his fight IQ's legit, his championship career is storied. But at 38 years old, you know, if you're under welterweight and you're 38, like it's getting tough.
Yeah.
It's getting tough, especially at this like main event of a fight night level. You know, this is high enough level where it's an issue. So that's no exception, no matter if you're my friend or not. So I'll pick Song.
Song for the win from me and the Finch. I didn't know for sure. I thought Finch might be going Cejudo with a little curveball. Minus 280 for Song, plus 240 for Cejudo. Over is minus 165 for an over 4.5. Song to win by decision is plus 140, whereas Cejudo decision is plus 325. I just think Cejudo's given the game all he can. He's done it all. He's been wrestling forever. He took a long hiatus. He came back with two, decent performances just to try and climb back and beat a Song Yadong at 38. It's like you could say, oh, well, okay, well, you pick Font. Why couldn't you pick Cejudo? Different. Song is proven at a high level. He had good moments even against Petr Yan. I mean, the guy's been in the UFC forever, and he's only 27. I'm going to say that Song finds a way. And I think Song Yadong lands some explosive punches on the feet. And I think Song gets through the test of Henry Cejudo. And maybe we've seen now Song start to really find his stride. This could be the best version of Song Yadong ever. I can't say that same thing about Cejudo. I don't believe this would be the best version of Cejudo we've ever seen at 38. But at Song, 27, with that much experience, I think he's live to pull through.
Yeah. Especially down here, you can't be a flyweight, bantamweight, 38-year-old champ. That's just not what's going on. That's not what's going on here. So I think that the skill in wrestling is just tremendous advantage for Henry Cejudo. But I think Song's going to be ready for a good fight, and he's going to be hard to finish. It's like, how is Henry going to finish him? Knockout? I think that's relatively unlikely.
I'd say high unlikely. Like him
Highly
knocking
unlikely.
out Song? Dude, I can't see that.
And then how's he going to finish him on the ground? Probably not. So even if he's a lot better and is able to implement his wrestling and his explosiveness early, by round 3, that's going to start to fade, you know? And you saw it happen with Merab, and that was a 3-round fight, right? So we're talking about a 5-round fight here. I like Song. So
let's go.
What do we think about Nasrat versus Esteban? Big respect to you, brother. I don't know. I got to dig into that one.
I think Esteban Ribovics can beat him. I like Esteban Ribovics. I picked him as a dog against Zahuber. And regardless of lines, right now I'm really feeling Esteban Ribovics is finding his flow, and he seems like a future top 15.
Yeah, definitely good. Nasrat's not a bum either. It's a good fight. All right. I picked against my friend. Are you guys happy? That was fucked
They're
up.
happy.
Come on, Henry. I'm sorry, Henry. I'm sorry, dog. Like his wife knows me, like his kid, his family. This is fucked up.
It's nothing personal. It's like if we were gonna pick who was gonna win a basketball game, we tell it as it is.
That's why it's fucked up. Well, yeah, but if if it's
the only difference is this hurts a lot more.
Well, who were they saying earlier? Jackson Mahomes. He ain't picking against the Chiefs. You know what I mean? That'd be fucked up.
Well, listen, at least you're not blood related.
It is absolutely possible that Henry could be wild, especially if I post this. I see Henry looking at my stories.
Post it.
Love you, Henry. I'm sorry, Henry. God, can you prove me wrong, Henry? Please.
Henry, if you see this clip, I pick the fights as I see it. And let's see if you prove us wrong. Either way, we wish you nothing but the best. But I'm going Song. Finch is going Song. We're going with the up and comer, but the veteran that's just young. Yes, Finch is top 5. After parlays, though, Finch. We got to do it. We're doing it again, Goku style, baby. You ready to bring the thunder with the parlays?
Let's run it. Let's go.
All the competition that try to compete, stand back, watch the bomb drop.
Parlay time. Open up your wallets and let's bet on some fist fights.
Yeah. Parlay time. I pissed Henry off. Now he won't smoke with me again. I don't know how I didn't have a rhyme for that, bro. I completely fucking
Well, you're not smoking. It makes sense. It's just
I
how it
just
had to
fucking
work.
fumbled the bag with that one. I had to rhyme that shit and it didn't rhyme at all. Henry's pissed at me. Fuck. That's my rhyme. Listen, folks, Gene Silva's a lock here. I know the odds aren't crazy good or anything, but Gene Silva is pretty fucking good. I'm going with him. I think that's a lock. I'm gonna put that as the first leg of the parlay, which is totally unfair to AJ because now he's got to get you some better odds for the second leg.
Well, I can find something. What if we go for the over 2.5 rounds in Basharat and Simón? Get you around -190. It's not a great line, but we're just talking some high confidence. I think that hits.
Interesting. I like that a lot. All right. There you go, folks. The
Let's
tag team parlay. We running it. Boom. Dragon Ball Z style. All right.
Finch, I got to get your channel linked up for the folks, man. I know you're going live after this. You're going to break down some beautiful violence. How long till we got you? How long till we got you?
Oh, fucking 10, 15 minutes. Sometimes me and AJ hang out after the live a little bit. So if I can get the fuck out of here, maybe I'll get on earlier.
This guy's got to shut me up. He says, AJ,
me and AJ are homies, man.
Yeah, we got to catch up, man.
Got to see what's up with my boy. Yeah, I'll be on in like 15 minutes. We're gonna run through the 5 most confident picks. We could shoot the shit a little bit. Q&A on Wednesday. I'll be back with the live for the full card predictions and Q&A again. And then I still got to get my guy Yusuf Zalal on. We'll try to make that happen this week. Couldn't make it. We didn't match up. It was my fault. We didn't match up before his fight. And you know, maybe we'll get Henry Cejudo on after this one too. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
I could definitely get his coach. I don't know. We'll talk to somebody. I'll talk to somebody around this fight.
Let's go. Shout out to the Finch. Shout out to the chat. We appreciate you all. Make sure you click on Finch's channel. Tune into his show. He's going live in about 15 minutes. I'll be in the chat as well, watching the Finch man do his thing. Smash the likes here. If you're new, subscribe. Thank you guys for 44,000 subs. It means a lot to me.
Yeah.
And we keep on making waves, man. Keep it locked in. I'll see everybody in the afternoon, lunchtime live, coming at you soon. Finch, any final words for the folks?
I'll see you guys in 15. Let's go.
Let's go. Peace, my people. Bye-bye.